So York Park used to be a gas station, and there is some suspicions that are warranted by this information that our committee had compiled when the last iteration of the committee existed in late 2019. Tons and tons of documents that essentially show that there's a possibility that the cleanup wasn't done properly. And we're meeting today to basically, I think the goal that everybody has is we eventually want to get our public officials to provide proof that the cleanup happened the way that they say it did. Because as I understand it, there's a bunch of holes in the information, and some very intelligent and informed people who have a lot of environmental experience before my time compiled this rich group of documents here.
So, discussion on York Park and motion to recommend to the board to submit a CIS in support of investigating the possible contamination of the park grounds.
We as a neighborhood council were instrumental in that park. And the reason was because that gas station sat there for so long. So I was on land use, and I personally went downtown. I had a file this thick of every fire department, everything you could possibly imagine. I went into that room, they gave me the papers, I could have just walked out. They don't care. And I can imagine most of the papers that I found are gone, because that's how they operate down here. And in the end, this is what happened. It was abated one time. I was there. They dug it all out. It was diesel. The diesel line broke open. It was open for 15 years. And guess what? We have an aquifer down there. And it leached into the field all around. It could go so far, depending on the elements of the ground. It leached out, so they abated, took all the soil out, brought new soil in, then they put the testing, and they sat the testing there for a year or so. Guess what happened? The test failed again after a year, because the diesel from the outside field leached back into the new soil. So they abated it again, twice. So the 2 abatements, they took it out. Now after they abated it, they went to the testing. But at that time, the Councilman Huizar, he was instrumental in this. They wrote a grant to the state, and they got the money to make that park and to do the cleanup. Well, they didn't. After that, I didn't see any cleanup. What they did was they took the levels as where it was there, and they built the park.